You just gotta keep living, man. L-I-V-I-N.
Side here.
So this is all honey? Yeah. Can you bring it up into the light? Or angle it this way so the sunlight comes on it, if you don't mind. Oh yeah, right there.
Let me grab. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bring it over. Wow. That's beautiful.
It's like harvestable.
High quality honey.
But, well, it's too deep, isn't it?
This, yeah.
I just wonder why they didn't wrap mine just a little bit.
Got a lot more where that came from.
Pretty cool video.
Oh, they're starting to get a little bit crazy, huh? Let me just get a quick look into there. Can you turn that handle right there? Maybe pull that open. Oh, wow. Now that,
honey up in that one.
That's a flow hive in action, baby. Kevin, you are off the hook. How'd you do that?
All I did, John, was sprayed sugar water.
Yeah, that's the magic trick.
All right.
Bees do the rest.
What's going on?
They're getting anxious in front of there.
They are getting anxious. Oh, gracious.
Bare feet are.
Let me get my bare feet away from this, huh? A bare feet and a bunch of bees might not be a good idea. Why did they get set off? Because I opened up that one little thing?
No, because you were in front of.
Okay. I am so sorry about that, guys. You wanna give me a little bit of
Well, it's best to not like block the front of their hive when they're coming and going.
I will note that one. That will not happen again.
I mean, we do it sometimes, but I guess if you stay there too long, that
they freak out.
All right, you see what they're doing here? This is called fanning. What they're doing is the hive's been disrupted, so they're releasing. This is home pheromone, and they're putting that's where the glands are, is in the rear of their abdomen. So they're putting their abdomens up in the air and releasing that pheromone and fanning their wings to bring everybody home. Okay, the hive's back together. It's good to go.
So this is my good buddy Pat Battles. He's a mentor of mine, very knowledgeable Yoda. I bow down to him and worship the ground he stands on, but
please don't.
He comes out here and periodically just checks in on things, gives me advice, and helps make all this possible by just sharing insight. So today I'm going to be demonstrating to him some of the tools that we've been working on. This one in particular is our no-till tool. We're going to be laying down a cover crop, and then I'm going to cut the cover crop and try to plant into it.
I don't want to give it a second thought. Right now, baby. But the way I'm feeling about you, I don't want to give it a second.
This way seemed to hold hope for a better future.
Quick video. This is our prototype for our paper pot transplanter. We've got 6 innovations, as I've shared in the past. We're calling them all different kinds of Permatribe planters, Permatribe seed starter, Permatribe no-till systems. So this is our Permatribe disc planter, and then this is a hand planter. Now this hand planter, it's made out of just essentially bent PVC pipe with some scrap wood, some tobacco sticks, and it just makes it to where it's a handheld device. And this is actually really cool. This was found by one of our members named Uncle John, and he noticed this rock, and he said to me, "Do you know what that is?" And I said, "It looks like a rock." He said, "This is a tool that was used by the Native Americans that used to farm this land." And he took it home. He said, "Do you mind if I take it home?" I said, "Sure." And he brought this back. This is just rows of Sharon that he cut, and obviously they didn't have plastic rope back then, but he basically said this is essentially what they would have used in farming a long time ago. So think it's cool to kind of honor them in that regard. We also have a planting of Three Sisters planting, which is a Native American technique where they use the corn, the pumpkins, and the pole beans. And so basically right now, what I'm going to show you is how these devices work. So the first step is whatever you use, whether it's a Native American stone or a hoe, you name it, you want to create a furrow. And you just basically open up the soil. Let me move this out of the way. And that furrow, once it's created, is going to be where your plants are going to fall. Now the next step, and what we've done with this is we have a couple different kinds of kale. The germination rate on it is you know, they germinate at different time frames. You can also see over here these lettuces. Now one of the coolest things about this is that plant right there, if it was in a typical plug tray, it would not be transplantable. But if you flip it up underneath, you can see it's ready to go. And what we're doing is we're getting it at very young stages directly into the ground. And here's what that looks like. So from here, we're going to come through and we're going to cover it up. Now they are pretty small, so you have to be somewhat, you can't be too rough on them. But then again, because they're in these little protective shells, you can see that provides, let me just pop it out. You know, that paper will decompose rather quickly and it'll just naturally transition into the soil, the roots. Unlike if it was in a plug tray cell, you'd have to wait for it to get bigger and it would start to go root bound. So this is just naturally going to go right into the soil, like so. And again, you would just go all the way down. Now we have a prototype that's going to expedite this, but for the time being, it's still a lot quicker than if you were going out and transplanting each plant to the perfect spacing. This is a similar gig. You'd start the line. You're gonna use another stick. And we just pull it.
John, it came loose.
Oh. Let's try that again. The key is on this one, you gotta get either somebody to hold it for you or push the stick down low. So that's good. I'm glad it did that because I want you guys to see, like, there's these kind of things and they happen, but it's cool. It still doesn't change the fact that, like, I think sometimes in this particular case, I'm a little bit apprehensive to even show this stuff because I don't want you guys to, like, see one small thing that didn't work out and say, oh, this obviously doesn't work. No, this works. This is incredible. This is an innovation. This device, you know, that device is about $100. This device here, you can get for free. This paper is about $1 a piece, and I'm positive that that cost can be cut down. All the other pieces to the pie, there's ways to create them that I'm working on that are going to essentially eliminate all the costs associated with this stuff. And so you have the ability to put stuff in the ground at extremely quick rates, which saves time, which translates into saving money. And so again, let me just finish it. So I had to stake it down properly, and now I'm just going to pull the rest of it. So it's lightning and thundering. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Probably not the best time to do this, but there's never a good time these days. Everything is just crazy busy, and I wanted to do a much better job. But at this point, I'm just going to start to put this stuff out there. I have some plans to do some really great videos, some comprehensive videos where I do a much better job at showing you guys more of the details of what's going on with this stuff. But for the time being, this is just continuing to put that information out there. And that's my goal. I don't claim to know it all. I don't claim to be a guru. I'm just kind of a mad scientist that's trying to figure things out and trying to equip others, specifically veterans that can grow food for other veterans. But really, these tools can be used by anyone. I mean, trying to do sustainable small-scale agriculture is very, very difficult. And to have tools to empower others, you know, that to me is the essence of what we have to do right now. Like it's a requirement for us to link arms and to help each other. The notion of like looking out for myself and protecting the information that I've created and everything, no, those days are long gone. We need to work as a team. You know, we're all on the same team, and my hope is to continue just to put out information that's going to empower you guys and inspire you guys to do the same. When you find techniques that work well, share it with others, and let's do something of significance. Thanks so much.
Came to me in a dream, like a conscious impulse. I could see it right in front of me.